What is going on, everybody? And welcome to WBG. We Bleed Green, episode 19. And most of the panel is here right now. Tsunami, musty ass. I don't know where he is, but whatever. But listen, before I introduce the normal guys, we have a special guest. Look, this guy has been around for years. He was one of the first people I saw on YouTube that was pro Xbox, and he's still around doing this thing. The best buy, Kidsmoove. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up, Dirt, man? Happy to be here finally. No, I just feel good. Appreciate the intro. Appreciate the invite, and can't wait to talk some Xbox and to show my true green colors. So.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks for joining us, man. We truly appreciate it. Like I mentioned, you've been a guy. I mean, like you're a guy that I've been rocking with for a long time. I think I discovered you around, was it 2014, maybe? 2014, you was doing your thing.
Around the time that I've got on like YouTube, like for real.
Yeah. So I've been watching you for years, man. So I'm glad to be able to have you on the show.
Do you understand the concept?
But yeah. So Sean, what's going on with you, bro?
What's going on? Everything is okay. You know what's happened the last few days, but I'm on my phone, so if I do cut out, I apologize to the chat, and I might not respond. Respond back in the chat as well because my internet's down at the moment.
Yeah,
we've got a good show. We got like Kidsmoove in the house. He kept it green all the way, not like these flip flopping motherfuckers, fake motherfuckers as well. But we've got a good show to talk about.
That's right. Smooth being consistent. He ain't been one of them flip flopping dudes. Hey, Smooth was rocking with Xbox when they was lackluster, and he gonna rock with them when they be pretty good, just like myself and everybody else on this panel. But anyway, R&B. So what's going on with you, bro?
I'm going good, man. I'm doing good. Just trying to jump in here and talk about some of this really good Xbox news we're hearing. Some of these rumors about what Microsoft's been letting slip. Hopefully, if this woman can make up her mind on what she want to eat, so I can hurry up and get in and get out. But who knows?
All right. Devin, what's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. I'm just playing video games.
Now
the normal.
Playing video games. Hey, that's what we all like to do. Okay, so that sounds good. Anyway, y'all, what's up to the people in the chat? G4 Gas, Corey Coy. What's up, bruh? Good to see you here. Balling harder. Warning shots. The real Calito. Craig Simmons. The Dark Lord Fusion. King Reaper. Here goes Tsunami musty ass. Ain't this a bitch? Here he go. Tsunami, thanks for joining us finally, man. I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, I clicked on the wrong link. I went
the wrong link.
Yeah, I clicked on the old link. I was just sitting there waiting for the show. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh shit! Oh man!
What's going on, Sue?
What's up, Sue?
What's up?
Sinju Ronan, what's up? Raphael, what's happening? Everybody that's in the chat, thanks for joining us early. We appreciate y'all. Shansu, you know, I'll be fucking people names up. Artemis, Toxic, Sorry, you know, I'll be messing people names up, but thank you. Fahim, Arlen, everybody, the finest, what's up, bro? Juan, Casillo, Nighthawk, everybody. Anyway, listen, guys, we got a good show for you today. We got a couple things to talk about. I'm happy to have Smooth here to get his thoughts on some things. But first off, let's go ahead and talk about what's been in the news lately, man. We've been seeing, like, especially today. Yeah. Oh shit! The ice move.
Kids out there trying to kick shit.
Oh shit! So that was some stuff that happened. Like was it last week where you see these leaks popping out about these Twitter IPs, these Twitter pages made for Perfect Dark and Fable and everything. Now, some Xbox guys, they're investigators. Like, they find shit. They found these two Twitter pages, and you know, so most people I thought it was fake. Then our boy Eric Greenberg came out and said, where is it? He said, I know everybody is hungry for news, but sorry to get your hopes up. These accounts have been inactive for years. It's standard practice to secure social handles for our IP. Now that's cool, right? You know, that's cool. But these pages, you know, was made like within the last few months. So, what do you guys think about this? Is it something to these, the Fable IP coming back, Perfect Dark IP coming back, Smooth? Like, I see Smooth on mute. So I know. Sean, do you think it's something to this? Is Aaron Greenberg just trying to cover their tracks, or is it something to this? Sean? Oh shit!
All right. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Bro.
My bad. I had to switch my mic.
No, it's all good. So, hey, Smooth, I don't know what you heard. I know you heard about the whole two Twitter handles with Fable and Perfect Dark. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's something to that? Because Aaron Greenberg came out and said, yeah, these, it's possible, but these IPs, we do this for our IPs for years. Do you think it's something to this?
It's something to it, meaning that I wish he hadn't said anything, right. But only because those accounts were made recently. I can see if they were open in they were active and inactive. Like if they had an original date of 2009 or 2010 or something like that, it would make sense. But when you consider the email reallocation, when you do the forget my password and all that stuff to it, and who followed it, and I know some random dude that the dude that I think spoke on the Perfect Dark account. Yeah, that ticked me off. I'm like, dude, why would you create an account? Yeah, with that name, and delete it. If it's fake, delete it. Don't right. Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself in a position where they couldn't create an account if that's true? Right. You know what I mean? So, I think, because you got to think about it. What other games, what I started to do, I started to check out dates of when existing games Twitter account was. I looked at Sea of Thieves, and I think their Twitter handle was made in 2015. And I was thinking, all right, when was that first game first announced? Was it announced in 2015 or was it 2016? So there's I think I'm not buying Greenberg's his reply, and right. If he's being sincere, I'm disappointed because I want to see Fable. I could care. I would love to see Perfect Dark, but there's not enough concrete information to show that Perfect Dark is going to be revealed. But however, Fable, if I don't see that at the July event, then I was like, okay, then I don't really care. I don't know what else there that could that can excite me. So I think there is something there with those the Twitter account. And them being magically spelling out potentially a Microsoft email. But at first, when I first seen them, when they first brought it to my attention, I was like, man, anybody can make that Twitter account. Anybody can do it. And so that's why I was late to the bandwagon when people were posting about it until I started seeing those confirmations. And then the last one, when Ken Lobb was following one, I was like, why would right. So that's, I don't know, man. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I'm like you. This Fable thing has been this rumor's been going on for years, and at this point, I think Xbox has to show it. It's the worst kept secret in the industry. They have to show it next month. I think they will show it next month. And now the Perfect Dark thing, I'm not too sure about, obviously, but it seems like these accounts are legit, from what Aaron Greenberg said, and he was trying to put a spin on it. But Sean, are you there, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. When it comes to this Fable game, we've been hearing about this for the past 2 years, I would say now. And obviously, what we heard was Playground Games was making a Fable game or something along that line, like an RPG open world game. And this, like I said, these Twitter handles have been open just recently, just a couple of weeks ago. You had the Fable and the Perfect Dark, and it doesn't help Aaron Greenberg coming out and saying something. He should have just stayed quiet. When you get the GM marketing guy coming out and saying, "Oh, them are just just renewing their accounts or some shit, keeping the IP up to date." He should have stayed quiet. To be honest, I think they're legit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. R&B, what's your thoughts about it, man?
Yeah, like Kidsmoove was saying, it's too many convenient leaks, and then Aaron Greenberg saying something just throws more gas on the fire. Because one's registered to a Microsoft email, one's followed by Ken Lobb, and then the timing that have both been started. Now, if he's like you were saying, if they were like, I don't know, can you like
Both are followed by.
Say
Both
what?
are followed by. Ken Love follows both of those.
Oh, both now? Oh, dang.
Yep.
So like, is there any way like you can like start an account, cancel it, start it again, and you can tell that timeline, or it's just like whenever you start it again?
I'm not sure. I know you can deactivate it, but I don't know.
But yeah, the fact that they were both started this year is just it's too many inconvenient things going on.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell what's going on here. But I'm glad these are the leaks that are happening because remember, like past E3s, the whole show will get leaked.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's not happening.
Yeah, and but speaking of E3, that's another conversation we're going to get into. I saw Kidsmoove was tweeting about that today about do we need E3 or like I don't know, like maybe he responded to a tweet. Man, I think the answer is pretty obvious right now. But Devin, so what you think about the whole thing?
I think if it wasn't real, or at least one of them wasn't real, I don't think Aaron would have said anything.
Mm-hmm.
And him saying something that might be like a reverse, like tactic, like reverse psychology. Like, no, it's not real. Don't think it's real. When then again, he wants you to like build the energy up for Xbox, like build the energy up for that IP if they're really gonna drop it. So it could be just a tactic to hype people up, like say the Perfect Dark one.
Right. No, but see, he admitted that they were real though. Like if I can read them, like
he didn't technically say that they were real. He just said that the accounts were made years ago. But when you look at them, yeah,
it's hard to tell if he was trolling or not.
I don't know. Well, I mean, if he say these accounts have been inactive for years, that means they made them bitches, right?
Yeah.
So they made them.
Here's my other question: What if he thought that was the handle for the actual ones they actually do have? Like maybe these actually do, and they have handles for them, and he was just like, "Oh shit, they got them." Yeah, it's inactive. This is what we do. And then there's like, this is not the right one. So like, did he make a mistake, or is he just fucking with us? Like, I don't know.
Nah, I reckon. Look, we got the July show coming in. What the next 3 weeks? I would say.
Mm-hmm.
They got, like I said, we're hoping to see the initiative and playground games there as well. So I reckon they're legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick one. We got Phantom Kraken. He still can't get into the chat. Is he blocked or something by someone?
No, I didn't. No. I didn't block him.
Or banned or something?
He's not blocked.
Just take a look because I can't get on YouTube at the moment. But just take a look.
I'll get on YouTube. I'm a mod.
Yeah.
You got any rogue mods?
I do got a couple pony mods.
Yeah, I think someone did block him or delete his message.
Because this a couple weeks in a row and people said they couldn't see.
Yeah, man. Like check that out.
Hey, can you make me a mod? I can see if I can.
Yeah. I'm a mod already. I'm gonna look at him.
Oh shit! I know. I'm sorry, but I gotta make you mod. Let me go to YouTube. So yeah, man. This is some interesting stuff, man. At this point, I'm just ready for all of this shit. I'm tired of these rumors. I'm tired of these leaks. I just want to see what they show. Just show the shit off in July. Now we're hearing that the show might be in late July. I don't give a shit. Just show the damn show.
Give us a date as well, lad. I wouldn't mind late July. End of July. When does I know Ghost is coming out 17th or something July.
Yeah.
So maybe a week after that, maybe.
Yeah, I just don't care, man. I mean, it could be next week. It could be 2 weeks. I just want the show to be good. It doesn't matter, man.
Like out of the two games, I'll ask Kidsmoove this as well. Out of the two games, which game would you prefer to be shown this July, when the Fable or the Perfect Dark?
I'm biased. I'm gonna say, even though it depends, both of them depending on which. I don't want Perfect Dark as it was, and I don't want Fable as it was. Right. So that's what makes it hard. If I get Perfect Dark the way I want it, and Fable the way I want it, which is both the directions I think both are going with their games, I would say
go on the studios.
I would say Perfect Dark. Because I went hard for Perfect Dark and how I want to see that game. And if they really, really do what I think they're going to do with it. Honestly, I don't even know who's making it. I know some say it's the initiative, and some people are pointing out to the coalition. So
It's interesting, very interesting. But like, would you, from the initiative, would you want them to make a Perfect Dark game or something completely new?
Because of the unknowns, I would want them to make. I don't mind them making something completely new until I get a Perfect Dark analysis. If let's say if we knew Perfect Dark was coming and it was just coming by a different studio, then they can make whatever they want. But because I'm looking at what I'm doing is I look at the talent that they got in the studios and all the people that they hired and where all that talent is coming from and the games that they made in the past and the stuff that they excelled. You look at the team, you look at the people that were behind like Rise of the Tomb Raider, you look at the people that were behind God of War, the Last of Us, and all sorts of stuff. They got. So I'm thinking that the expertise, they specialize in third person action adventure games, right?
Right.
So the only thing I can point to, if it's going to be an existing IP, I say, okay, well, I mean, Splinter Cell doesn't belong to Microsoft. Neither does Metal Gear. They could either make their own IP in that genre, or they could take an existing IP that they could modernize to the point of the classics they made before. And that's why I think of Perfect Dark is either, to me, for the initiative, is either Perfect Dark or a new IP in the third person action adventure. It probably won't even be open world, but it's going to be third person action adventure.
Right. I'll take both. I'll take either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to do it yourself, Dirt, for to get him unblocked if he is blocked even.
Yeah, man. See, you know what? That's why I realized for some reason I had a bunch of ponies as my moderators, and had to get rid of some of them niggas as moderators because they, man, like one of them might have did that shit, or somebody else might have, you know.
Well, you get, I don't know what you can do with mods, like if you can give them like,
I don't know either.
Different abilities or whatnot, like because I can't really cipher through people in the chat.
Yeah, there are options where you can hide the person from the channel and stuff like that, and somebody must have did that to him. I gotta find it. You know, I gotta. You just gotta
go to YouTube and then go to your Google settings and it'll say like blocked people or whatever.
Just take a look for it because obviously he always comes every week, so. You know, he's a cool guy.
He always here, man. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, Johannes. We'll figure it out, man. We'll definitely figure it out. Yeah, but Tsunami. So like, what's your thoughts about this, man? About the whole shit. What the fuck were we talking about, man? I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out the thing.
Perfect.
Who?
The perfect. The Twitter handle.
Yeah, like the Twitter handle, Tsunami. What you think about that, man? As far as the Twitter handles, the Fable, the Perfect Dark. What you think about that, bro? God, dog, man, this is a shit show, man. This nigga ain't even. Let me get this super chat. Our boy Nuxus with the 199. What's good, Dirt and Channel? Y'all ready for July? Damn right we are, bro.
You damn right, yeah.
I was ready a couple months ago.
Let me ask you something smooth. Like I said that I don't want to hear lower our expectations or any of that shit. Xbox got a show. They have to put on the best show possible next month. What are your thoughts about that? Like when people saying, "Yo, Xbox needs to lower your expectations and all that bullshit." Like, I'm like, what are your thoughts about that, Smooth?
Yeah, I'm not with the lowering expectations and everything this time around. I feel like they're at a position. I feel like they're in a position where they gotta. I don't care if they're showing things that are for the year 2024, dude. Like, show it. Right. But yeah, like at this point, like we saw, and I think we sort of been spoiled because of all the surprises they hit us with throughout the the first 6 months of this like marketing push for the Xbox Series X. We're now expecting them to to outdo themselves every time. So. I know the May event came and we were warned to lower our expectations and whatnot. And that kind of was disappointing to an extent, even though personally the games that were there actually didn't bother me. You take away PlayStation 5 exclusives, that show was better than the PlayStation show. Right. When you consider the content, when you take away the first party exclusives. So it's like, okay, So that was the first go around, and then now in July it's like you're saying no, all your first party. That's what we're waiting to see as a first party. I mean, this is like 2+ years in the making. A lot of these studios was purchased in 2018, and we're pretty much waiting to see what they're doing, and that's where the hype is. I mean, they know where they're lacking. They know exactly where they're lacking. They've been on like a redemption tour from console reveal to transparency to messaging. They were on 10 with all that with this with the Xbox Series X. So if the only thing you're lacking, right, is first party quality exclusives, like that's got to be the focus. So like I'm not lowering my expectations, but the thing is, here what makes that a hard question is that my expectations aren't anywhere now until like right now. It's June 29th. The event's in July. We don't know what day it is. I would prefer it be like the first week of July. Like either I wish it was. I mean, it's too late for it to be like that first week of July because we're in technically the first week of July.
4th of July.
Yeah. But if it's like that Monday or that Tuesday after the 4th, I think that would have been dope to have like an early announcement, and then obviously we could like strive on that news, and then PlayStation could drop their game and whatnot. But I feel like I don't have like an anticipation level yet. I think my excitement will start to explode because remember we've been hearing about this July event since May.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like when I heard July, I was like I didn't care. Like at that point, it's too far away. But now that we're at the end of June, once I get that July date and they send that press release that they're probably going to send, what are we, Monday? They're probably going to send that press release on Friday. If the event is sometime next week. But I'm waiting for that that Xbox Wire posting of them giving the date for the July event. Once that hit, I'll be excited because at that point, there's going to be some droplets of leaks coming out of what's going on. And that's what's going to gauge of how hype I'm going to be. So,
yeah, like, kid, like, should they hold anything back? Or do they need to go full out this event?
They shouldn't hold anything back. I know there's this event for August, and I hate that that I think Eurogamer came out with that. So like I want to see Lockhart in July. I want the pricing in July. I want to be able to pre-order after this July event. But if you're telling me they got another event in August, man, this thing better be early August. Because at that point it's like if you're not going to reveal Lockhart, and that means I can't pre-order the Series X until August. And I feel like, I mean, we're going to do it in the last 4 months, the pre-orders and stuff like that. So I want them to go hard and I want them to show everything, but I don't think they are if there's going to be an August event. I mean, and if there's not going to be any more hardware reveals or pricing reveal or release date reveal, which that would be disappointing to me personally, then they got to go all out with the games. I need to know everything in July. I need to know what's the launch title. I need to know what's coming within like the first year. What's the third party exclusive? Is there any new studio acquisitions? Is there what I even want to know at this point? I want to know what current games, my old games that are going to be. I want to I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait for that list to come out to see what games is going from like 30 to 60 and what's 60 to 120. Like, I don't care if it's Rise of the Rome and Dead Rising 3. I want to know that. Like, that's information I do want to know because that's one of the most underrated features, like, in any console. But, no, I think they have to come out and put it all out there. They got to pull a PlayStation. They, like, not a 2020 PlayStation. They have to pull, like, a 2016 PlayStation. Where we see everything. They have to see. PlayStation didn't have to show God of War 2 and the next they showed like in the Spider-Man, but not the real Spider-Man. But they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to show another Uncharted because the year that they had and the anticipation's already there. But I feel like with Xbox, they have to show everything. They have to show pretty much everything. Pretty much.
I agree with you. So
you're thinking they have to show everything for it to be good.
No, all right. Let me repeat. They don't have to show the entire life cycle of what's coming, but in terms of like in terms of like the big studios, right? For example,
Yeah. First
like
party.
obviously Halo needs a deep dive. It needs a dedicated 5 to 10 minutes because we didn't see shit since we haven't seen
Last year.
anything.
And that's front runner. So
Yeah, that's front running.
definitely
They
need
either have
that.
to open it, with it or close with it. But I suggest they open with it. And then obviously we got to know what Playground's doing, and we have to see something from the initiative. I don't care. That's their quadruple A studios. Right. If I have to see something, I have to see Playground's next game. This big RPG studio they're building. I have to see the initiative studio because they have like one of the most hype behind it.
Yeah,
and they've been doing all this teasing with Obsidian, talking about like in interviews of the game that they all been looking at, and it's not grounded. I need to see Obsidian's next game. Right. I see their studios have to come through. I'm sorry, like, and honestly, I miss Turn 10 a little bit, so I want to see something from them too.
Definitely,
they pretty much guaranteed the initiative showing their game this summer, so
and
they're gonna do it at July. Initiative is gonna be there.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Smooth, man, you made a great point where you said Xbox they pretty much have everything that gamers are looking for. They have great services like Game Pass. The only thing that they're lacking is quality first party exclusives, and that's the biggest thing that they have to show now. I agree. They need to go all out.
Do you mean quantity?
I say quality.
I know, but like it's not like the. All right, maybe that's just my opinion. This year, no, but like we do have games like Forza and Gears and whatnot. But I see your new IP.
Yeah, quality new IP. Just that's something that we haven't had for a while.
Something that's gonna blow you the fuck away.
Yeah. I'm not saying they need to be just like Sony. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying just come with a new IP or even a reboot like a Fable or a Perfect Dark of an IP that kind of blows us away. Like, when was the last time at an Xbox conference you've been like, damn, that shit blew me away? Like an Xbox first party game, I should say. Like, that's the honest question, Devin. I'm like, what was the last time you've been at an Xbox conference, E3 or whatever? Like, oh shit! Like
the best thing I've probably seen was probably Forza Horizon 3. Because that game looked fucking amazing.
That was 2016, I believe.
That's 16, yeah.
That game, yeah.
Now I'm with you. The game is amazing. That goes to show what I was saying. Like, it was like, damn, that shit looked amazing.
I mean, I really like Ori, but it didn't. I mean, I was happy about it, but it didn't
Yeah, so that's the point I'm making. Like I said, they don't have to be just like Sony or nothing. Just a quality AAA game. And I believe Playground, the Initiative, and even Obsidian, Matt Booty said they're going to show their new game. And like you said, Smooth, that shit better not be grounded, man. Hey,
Dirt, what was the E3, I think it was 2018, where they first showed Halo Infinite, like the people in the water, and then like he held the helmet at the end. That was another oh shit moment for me personally.
That was
like when you see that Master Chief helmet, like the Spartan helmet.
It was, but at the same time, it's Halo. You know? So it wasn't like oh shit if you're a big time Halo fan. If you're not, you're like, oh shit, that's Halo, that's cool. But I mean that oh shit, like damn, that shit look dope,
different, like just
something like new, different out there. So like kind of how how in 2013 Rise Son of Rome hit me like oh shit.
Water.
Yeah, like when you see that next generation, you know what I mean?
That's my opinion about it, but yeah, man. So,
I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter today. I think Neff was retweeting it, and he goes, "Has Xbox got a marketing deal with Destiny?"
I did see that. That's interesting.
Yeah,
but I don't know about these marketing deals no more because I swore they had a 5-year marketing deal with 2K, and that shit popped up on the PlayStation show. So I don't know, man.
But then again, I thought PlayStation had a deal with Call of Duty, and their new games coming out this year didn't even show up.
Yeah, but that's still not confirmed yet. I don't know. Is it? Are they still?
Yeah, it's going to be a Black Ops game coming out this year.
I know, but like, is they still?
Isn't it like Cold War or some shit like that? Black Ops Cold
I
War.
just thought PlayStation had the marketing deal.
Well, they still might though. You know what I'm saying? They just chose not to show it at the PS5 event.
Do
But
they
yeah,
have their own event still coming?
oh, you say what?
Do they have their own event still coming?
Activision?
No, I don't think so. I know Ubisoft's event is in a couple weeks, but as far as Activision, I don't think so. So I don't know. So Tsunami. So what you
Oh yeah, Quantum Break.
stuff, man? Like, what do you want them to show next month? I mean, it's very important. I'm sure we'll have this conversation again before the show in July. But what are you expecting? Like, what will make you say, "Damn, kiss our ass, ponies"? What will make you, you know what I'm saying? What will make you, now, what will make you just say, "Yes"? That's what I'm talking about, Xbox.
So as far as people say, temper your expectations and stuff, I don't want to temper my expectations for what I expect, but I'm not jumping out the roof with certain things that's like outlandish and stuff like that, or rumors like how PlayStation's supposed to have all the Konami games coming out and Batman and all this other extra stuff.
Yeah.
The shit wasn't there. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be asked out expecting something that's like a pie in the sky thing. But the things that I do expect, I want to see them. I want to see everything that they're working on. I know it's not. I know some people don't like it, but like they're gonna show smaller games. They're not gonna all be big games. But I want Xbox to show everything that they're currently working on and what's in development, even if it's just a splash screen or a logo or a mini CGI, CGI trailer, whatever, is gonna be out there. So I want to know everything they're working on. I want to see if they have any second party triple IP deals or like exclusives or whatever the case may be. So like a Rise 2 or something like that, with Crytek or just another third party deal where we didn't see it coming. This year,
Empire, man.
yeah, this year leaks aren't coming out because there is no show to practice in front of other people to leak it.
Right.
So yeah, so typically, should have been out by now, but I think they can still hold some stuff close to the vest because they don't have to worry about the outside world leaking stuff. So if we do know something, it's because they want us to know it. And then also I want to see, did they actually get extra IPs like they've hinted at before? I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but like they called out, having 16 studios when they announced the Series X, I believe, and they had to retract it, but we don't know if that was a mistake or not. So I want to know.
They've been touting 15 ever since then, though. Just to give you a heads up.
Yeah, I know they retracted it. Yeah, so I don't know if they were in the deal for they were trying to get another studio or two, but people have said that they're gonna have something from Poland or they got something from Japan. So I want to know if they do, and if they do, I hope it's something decent.
Yeah.
And then just like that mystery card, like every generation has this one thing that makes it feel different and new than the previous gens. Last gen they really didn't have it. Like it felt like an iteration of the 360 and the PS4 or the PS3, where they just kind of came out with better systems and nothing really changed. I mean, the graphics came up, but there's nothing really new. I know Xbox wanted it to be Connect and stuff like that, but I want to see if they have something new, like that revolutionizes the system and stuff.
I'll tell you what was funny. I was watching that Digital Foundry. When they're going back in the launch of the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Xbox One reveal. What a dog shit event that was.
Yeah, I saw
this, TV that. I'm like,
but here's the thing. That's a new thing. That was a new thing for the new generation. That was kind of different. So I don't think they should have went as hard with it, but I do appreciate that it had the options and it was trying to do something new.
No, I understand that, but that's the reveal. That's what it was.
Yeah, no, they went too hard with it.
I saw some of my Xbox brothers mad at like they was finally like, why are they doing this? Why are they bringing this shit up? And I recently did a video about the same thing. Listen, y'all, it's a part of history or part of the past that us Xbox guys we're not too proud about, but it happened.
It's like white people in slavery. Hey, it happened.
Right,
Yeah.
somewhat.
Devin, it happened. It's okay.
Yeah, but it happened.
Oh
So,
no, I was born this way, bro. I can't do nothing about it.
but yeah, so so it was a part of the past, and it happened. Yes, Xbox didn't do a great job at their reveal event, but I thought that their E3 was actually pretty good as far as what
Yeah.
they showed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, don't be mad because there's a founder who did that. I mean, they talked about the PlayStation 3
PlayStation,
like
yeah.
2006. They bashed that, so it's like don't be mad about that. But anyway, since we're talking about Xbox and this is an Xbox podcast, guys, there's a bunch of talk about Xbox Lockhart. Now they're saying, well, first off, hold on, there's
A lot of shit.
tweet. Let me go to it. There's a recent tweet from was it Tom Warren?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tom Warren. I just saw it while doing the podcast, and I think it's very interesting. I'm about to share my screen on let my dog shit PC pull it up. Some PlayStation guys might be upset with him for this comment. Hold on, I'm trying to show it. Sorry, y'all. I got an Etch a Sketch as a PC.
Yeah.
Trying to show my screen. Here it is. All right, let me show my screen.
Have we got it? Yeah. Dirt's PC is like the OG Xbox one.
Yeah, man, this shit like the OG Xbox, right? The first Xbox. All right, so
They're running on Windows XP right now.
right, Vista and shit. So I don't know, like you guys see it
Well, he just dropped. When did he drop this?
at 6:43 p.m. He said,
Damn, I'm blocked. I couldn't see that, bro.
Oh, man.
"Okay, well you can see this one right here." It said the Lockhart will hold back next gen crowd. Lockhart CPU is faster than PS5. Lockhart supports ray tracing. Game developers have been building PC titles for multiple GPUs for decades. Wow. He said, y'all, the
He must know something.
Yeah, he knows a lot. Him, Clobril, Jazz, of course, even Diller and
Rand, yeah.
Rand. They all get some information. Now, see, I'm out of the loop, so I'm not quite there yet. I haven't ascended to that level of that Xbox fandom. Now, I'll be in like Aaron Greenberg's DM and to ask him to hit me something, but he's fully PR'd out, so he's not gonna tell me.
right.
Oh yeah. But like, kid, you're right. Tom Warren, like lately, he's been talking about the Lockhart. Obviously, you blocked it. I'm not sure what you did to him or not, but like, what did you do? What did you do to him?
I think I criticized him in a tweet like last year about like a certain, I forgot what Xbox game it was. It might have been like Sea of Thieves or something like that he commented on. I think I quote tweeted him, and I think he blocked me after that. So
Yeah. So so he's saying the CPUs basically because the day before I believe we heard the CPU is the same as the Series X when it comes to the speed. The GPU obviously that's totally different. The RAM, I believe, go on, Sue, you take it.
So when people talk about teraflops, that's typically just talking about the fucking GPU most of the time, but they're not taking into account that these CPUs are leaps and bounds better than they were for the PS4 and Xbox One. So if they have the same CPU, there is a strong possibility that it might have I mean, not strong because if it's the same, it's gonna be better than the PS5. So even if it's 4 teraflops with a better CPU, that means it can possibly do more computing but less graphics. So if a game has certain amount of NPCs or even just for frames, like typically with 1080p games, the CPU is the main driver of frames. Is the CPU, not the GPU. So it's very possible that could be the case where the fucking Lockhart CPU is better than the PS5, and if that's the case, somebody tweeted it out. They were saying, no, the PS5 is gonna hold gaming back. It's still gonna have the SSD. It's still gonna have all the velocity architecture. So even though the teraflop machine part of it is only 4 terabytes supposedly, the architecture and the other advantages will make it so that it should be better than the Xbox One X.
Yeah, like let's be honest, the way they're talking about the Lockhart, the specs so far, for $299, that's gonna be a hell of a machine.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and they're probably gonna lose some money on it, but I think it'll be worth it because that shit is gonna move units, man. Because I know people personally, they don't give a shit about 4K or nothing. They do want better graphics, and that will be capable of better graphics, and they don't give a damn. They will buy that shit in a minute. They see a $299 price tag. You know what I'm saying?
Because people forget, like, if you watch something on TV, you're watching it on 720 to 1080i. When you watch, like, most YouTubes, it's in 1080p. Like, people don't have, like, the majority of people still don't have 4K. So if you can make a game look better and still have the frames, and it's not 4K resolution, that's okay because most people don't have that. So for the people that don't have that, it's okay. They'll get that one. Just like people on PC, they don't buy 4K monitors. They rock out with 1080p, 240 frames, or 1440p, 144 frames. Like, people are okay with that. Like, they haven't gotten to the point where they want 4K, 120. Like, most people don't have the option yet. So, typically, if you have a 4K TV, you can afford the Series X. Well, I won't say typically, but you're gonna aim towards the Series X. But for the people that haven't upgraded or can't afford to upgrade, this
Get a
is Series
S.
Yeah, perfect for them.
Definitely. Hey, look, I take it like this. If you like go to McDonald's, your ass want some food, you get you a number 2, right? But if your ass extra hungry and you got some extra money, you get that bitch supersized. That's how I look at it.
Nah, if you broke, you get the dollar menu. Fuck you, man.
Well, yeah, but that's okay. You're right. If you broke,
you get dollar burger, dollar fry.
But if you got a little extra money on you,
yeah, dollar nugget.
Let me get the super chat boy Emmanuel A with the $3. Smooth. Please dish thrash and sick with these Xbox bars. Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've been listening to those guys, but I mean, they good rappers, but they go all in. Like, they go well beyond that. I actually want to go for rapping about consoles. I like the little parody stuff I do, but
I think I might turn it.
Yeah, I listen to that shit. But hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest though. I like the passion, man. You know, as an older guy in my early 40s, I love the passion for gaming because I have that same passion now. I'm a shitty rapper, but as far as the passion for gaming, I actually like it, man. I just, I don't like when people get disrespectful and shit. But as far as loving gaming, whether you love PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, I appreciate the passion. I don't always like them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But
I was talking to an actual rapper in Post Up. He said, "Man, I ain't finna do no goddamn Xbox this, Xbox SSD this. Man, come on, I might mention it, but I'm not doing a whole rap talking about Phil Spencer." I said, "I understand."
Yeah.
The gaming bot had just released something. It said Harry Potter game coming for the PS5 and the Series X in 21.
Man, nobody care about that shit.
Yeah, that's that game that like leaked last year. Yeah,
it looked okay.
Yeah, I had it down as a potential topic, but not for real. No, but since we're talking about Lockhart, there's also rumors like Jez Corden is one of the people that said they were supposed to drop that news this month, which I actually heard from some guy.
Yeah.
They want to drop it this month, but with the COVID and everything that's going on, they postponed it to August. So Xbox Lockhart will be announced sometime in August. I'm assuming they're not going to have a show, maybe just a YouTube thing, probably. So, like, do you guys think that's too late?
No.
I think it's too late.
I don't think it's too late because I think, personally, they're only waiting for Sony to announce. As soon as Sony announces, they'll drop it. They don't give a fuck. They said, whatever your price is, we got it. Whatever your price is, we're going to match it. And if it's too close to this Lockhart, we're going to drop the Lockhart lower. So, like, literally, Xbox has nothing to gain by dropping theirs first. If they're gonna combat Sony with the price.
When do you think PlayStation is gonna drop theirs? So PlayStation could potentially wait out until September.
Yeah.
Whenever the case is, if they can wait one more day after that. That's all it takes is one day. They can do it the same day. Fuck it.
Because for shipping wise, when do they have to say? I'm assuming at least a week or so before the thing ships. or comes up for sale.
They got to do that shit with pre-orders. They got to announce some price.
3 months at least.
Like,
yeah.
So I'm thinking August for both. They both want to announce the prices for their consoles in August. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know, that's
I wonder who's gonna pull the trigger first. That's gonna be the interesting part.
Yeah, because PlayStation also has a show in August too.
So that's why.
Yeah.
What I personally think is they thought they might show more information in this month, so they had a show ready this month, and then PlayStation said no, we have another show in August. They said, oh, okay, we got a show in August too. Then I think they're just copying whatever they do to go right behind them, no matter what's the situation. Oh, y'all doing that? Okay, we got you. Oh, yeah, announce the price. Boom! I bet you the next day they'll have the same shit saying, oh, this is our price too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
As fun as this game of chicken is, like, what if they're like, all right, it's $500. All right, cool. When's it come out? Tomorrow. Like, nigga, come on now.
Right. No, man. But well, like, think about it. If E3 would happen, I don't know if they would announce the price, but all of this shit would have went down. Like Xbox show at least.
Tokyo Game Show.
You know what I'm saying? So they would have showed all that shit at E3 earlier this month. So it's just crazy, man. We're in crazy times right now. So,
well, when did they show the price last time?
At E3 in 2013. Actually, at E3 2016, they said the price of the One X. 2013, they said the price of the Xbox One. At E3, Phil went up there. It's $499 in the US, $499 in Canada, whatever you say, So yeah.
That was crazy when Phil announced the Xbox One price. Everybody shut the fuck up.
Hey, that face, and Phil made that face like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Because I remember hearing that story when at E3 2006, when they was watching Sony's show. I believe it was Peter Moore said when Sony said $599, he said they was back there celebrating and shit, popping champagne, like, whoa, we got these. Then several years later, they kind of, did the same.
Who went first? I don't remember who went when it was that E3. Who went first? The PlayStation or Xbox?
Always
Xbox.
Always go first. This is the first time their big show for games will be after Sony's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is the first time.
Low key, here's the thing. I think they don't want the backlash of coming out with a high price. So they want the other person to take the L. If the price is going to be high, they want the first person to take the L and say, well, their price is that price. Okay, our price is that too. But they don't want to be the first one. $5.99. Boo. Oh, shit. Ours is $5.99 too. But
I think Jim Ryan kind of put his foot in his mouth because he legit said, don't expect something cheap.
He did. But I don't think they're going over $4.99 though. Just my opinion.
I think they can both. I think they can. I think PlayStation is going to be slightly above $440. I don't think PlayStation is going to have a $400 console this time around at all.
No.
So and people are putting too much stock into the discless one. Like disc drives aren't worth $100. They're not.
Yeah,
right.
They're just not. And we learned that with the Xbox SAT edition. I mean, it was only a $50 difference, and now they can drop the price. And they've dropped the price of the SAT edition of the Xbox several times already. You could get it for like $200 or $179. Yeah, they've done a couple of discounts, but when you consider the PlayStation 5. The disk drive wasn't even the most expensive thing in the thing. It's the cooling in the SSD. Oh yeah, and the flash memory and stuff like that. So when you consider that, I think I believe that they're looking at 450, 500 or 550 and 500.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. I said this before. I said one system is going to cost one system going to be $499, and the other system is either going to be $449 or $549. Depending on which one has the disk drive, but one of them will be $499, and the other one will be $50 cheaper, not $100.
Yeah, and I feel like the Xbox Series X, and I think this is why I felt like when you look at like the power gap, I was like I was looking at first my first prediction was like 600 and 300. But then he started like the way that they're talking. It was like, all right, 500 seems like they kind of set like a standard and a comfortability at $500 after the Xbox One X and then the original Xbox One. They had these $500 pricing. So I feel like all right, they'll probably do 500, and then the Lockhart is rumored to be half the price of the Series X. So you got to consider half of 500 is $250.
Right.
That's insane, though.
Say it again.
That's insane, to be honest. Like, if it's half the price, $250 for a console like that, that's insane.
Yeah. Let me get a super chat right quick, y'all. The Angry Therapist MD with the $5. Sony keeps saying premium console. So they getting everybody ready for that high price tag. Yeah, they keep on saying premium console. Remember, Xbox is saying that with the One X in it, turned out to be $499. So we'll see, man. But I know one thing, Smooth, you're right about the disc drive. That shit is like maybe $20. I understand how Phil said, yes, they're only $20, but when you build millions of these consoles, it can get expensive. Excuse me. But the thing is, the digital PS5 got all of the same things in there except for a disc drive, including that expensive ass cooling system.
Hence why I don't think it's going to be $100 cheaper.
I agree. It might be $50 cheaper.
Yeah,
but it ain't gonna be $100 cheaper. I agree.
I mean, I know they can recoup more money quicker because, like, if all games are gonna be sold digitally, they don't have to split that money with retailers. So I can see why they can take an L on a disc drive more. But I don't see it being $100 cheaper just for a disc drive because none of them would sell. Like no disc drives will sell because $100 is a lot. $50 you be like, you know what, I might want to keep it for a Blu-ray drive, or you know what, I might want to borrow a game. But for $100, fuck that drive.
Yeah, I feel like Sony will take the hit. If they want to take the hit, they can take it.
Sony don't like taking hits though. I don't know. Nobody wants to take a hit, but I'm pretty sure Sony will take the hit if they have to.
They're going to have to, Sean. You're absolutely right. Because look, Xbox is going to take a hit. They already said they're going to be agile.
They closing stores. They closed the mixer. They said,
hell yeah. They closed the mixer. They already said they're going to be agile with their price. So to me, they're going to move that price down if they have to. Sony's going to have to. I know they don't have.
But here's the thing. They don't have any backup. Like at least they have Microsoft money to fall back on for them losing money. PlayStation is like Sony's money. Like that's where their money comes from, is PlayStation. So they don't have the backing of Vio computer sales and TV sales and shit like that. So I don't know, because they said the price list for the PS5 was like $480 or something like that to make, or just for the parts.
I thought it was a $460 or $475.
Okay, something like that. That's not including actually making it. That's not including labor. That's not including shipping and tariffs and marketing and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So when you throw all the extra shit in there, I don't know. I don't see it being less than $450 at most. I think these are $500, possibly $550.
And you know what? I think the PS5 will be okay at $500. I think they will still sell decently, sell well at $500. Now, over $500, because listen, consumers will let you know if they ain't feeling that shit. Off the PS2, the most selling console of all time, people saw that PS3 and said, "Excuse me, nigga, fuck y'all, I ain't buying that shit."
Yeah.
And so consumers will let you know. I don't give a damn what brand you are.
But here's the other part. Well, here's the other part. They said when you consider inflation and all that stuff compared to now, $600 today versus then is $800.
Right.
So that's like the equivalent of saying new system $800. They'd be like, what? No.
Ain't no damn Neo Geo. Get out of here with that shit.
So my point of saying that is, okay, say if they do drop a $600 system, it's not the same as when they did it back then. It's not going to feel the same because we had systems last gen that started at $500. So if we perceive them to be better, then I can see why a person might rationalize it, saying, okay, well, last time it was $500, this time it's $600 because all the stuff is in it. So I'm not guessing it'll be this, but I will not be surprised if for some reason a version of these systems are $599.
Okay. Hey, you know what? This is gonna be fun. All the speculating, that's what's so fun about it, because we really don't know. And we're gonna find out within the next couple months, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out. This isn't 2017 we talking about. We're gonna find out within the next couple of months what the prices of these consoles will be. That's what's so fun, like when you speculate when like the answer is so close. You know. So anyway, R&B and Devin, y'all got thoughts on this, man? Like before we move on?
No, as far as price?
Yeah, it's gonna be real funny seeing this all shake out. I can see Sony saying, "Hey, we're Sony. Fuck you. $600.
Yeah, and people don't crucify them like they used to. They be like, "Oh, Sony, they're giving us a great price. They can easily charge us $1,000 for this console."
Well, I mean, yeah, it's something to talk about. So, well, anyway, I'm sorry, Devin. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking one or the other is going to undercut the other. Like, I think the first person's going to drop the price, and then the second person is just going to undercut the price or match the price. And if Xbox comes out first with a low price, like say like $450, I think Sony will match it, even though they don't want to. Like,
and I don't think they have to. I don't think they want to cut each other's nose off too hard. Like, I think they both want to be at a certain point. Like they don't want to be $400 and force the other one to be $400 and they both losing money when they could have just both said $500 and then they would have kept $100 to themselves. Like, okay, as long as we're the same price, cool. But as far as like being stupid cheap, I don't think either wants the other to like try to undercut them to the point where they're forcing their hand to the point where they're both losing that much money.
Mm-hmm. Nah, ever since everybody thought when Microsoft first jumped out there with DRM and everybody assumed Sony was, then Sony said, no, we're not. This is how you trade your games. I don't think there's ever going to be a moment where they're both like trying to sit down and agree for something. I think they're both trying to undercut each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you, R&B. I agree with you. There's not going to be any of that other shit that, still like this is how you trade your games or DRM. Yeah, you're right about that. I agree with you about that.
The crazy thing is the only one of them, Microsoft is the only one of the two that can actually sell a $600 console. Only reason why I say that is because they already adopted the cell phone model with Xbox All Access.
Yeah.
So when you consider Lockhart, right, and then you consider Series X, and then you consider that you can get any of them day one with like no money down, and then pay monthly like at minimum $20 to like $35 a month for a 24-month lease. Not even lease, but finance them for 24 months through Xbox All Access.
No interest.
No interest. It becomes you don't think about it. And you got to people forget Amazon. This is already available on Amazon, and it's now available at Best Buy. And the Xbox One has been sold out since then on both platforms. When you through Xbox All Access. So when people are looking to buy these, and people are like, well, why are they closing Microsoft stores when they got a console to sell? They've already partnered with Best Buy and Amazon, and I think Walmart. I think Walmart and Target is possibly next to do it. Me personally, I know a few people who've done that. Did the Xbox All Access, and that's how they jumped into the Xbox, and they've been loving it because they have everything. They don't have to buy nothing. They have they have Xbox Live, they have Game Pass, they have the console, and then they can upgrade to next gen when that's ready. So that's one thing to think about if Microsoft did have like a higher price tag, but I thought that's the reason why I was running with the $600, but I don't think Microsoft is going to go that high with it. I still believe they're just going to lock it in at like 500 and 250 or 500 and 300.
Yeah. Yep. I saw a couple of YouTubers. They say, PS fanboy buys the Xbox One X in 2020. Why did I do it? And then he's talking about it and stuff. And then he mentions the what's the program called again? The
All Access.
Xbox All Access.
All Access. He mentioned he did the thing, and he said, "Oh, there has to be a catch. There has to be." And he said he tried it, and then all of a sudden his page turned into like an Xbox Xbox page the past month.
Hey, you know what, too? His subs went up tremendously. Because his subs went up tremendously. Yeah.
And then I saw another dude. He did the same thing. The first dude was black. The next dude was white. And it's like, yes, here's why I bought an Xbox in 2020. And so it's like there's this thing that's coming around. Like people that never experienced Xbox, they're trying it and they're liking. They're saying, "Yo, I like this. I like this, but I like this. I like this service. I like this." Like if you've never tried Xbox and you're a blind fanboy, you're missing out. It's fine if you have both systems, you still have a preference towards PlayStation, cool. But I think if like you try the Xbox ecosystem, you'll see this has some shit on it. It's not as bad as people say it is.
Yeah. Hey, you know what this reminds me of? I know Smooth was EA guy, a live guy, but I'm gonna tell you what this reminds me of. In was it 2004? Yeah, it was 2004. 2K felt that they had the better product. like the better football game, the better basketball game, but nobody would even give it a chance. Not because EA Madden Live was king, so nobody would even give their games a chance until that 1 year, 2K5, they had this deal where it was $20
for every game.
People personally that was Madden Live heads like, you know what, shit, I'll try it because it's $20. And ESPN NFL 2K5 came out a month before Madden.
That game was fucking amazing.
So many people saying, man, the hell with Madden. This game is the shit right here. So that kind of what it reminds me of, how people's not really, they, like the Xbox hate throughout this generation, even though it's not as bad now as it was, obviously, earlier in the generation. But the Xbox hate, people wouldn't even give Xbox a chance. But some people are giving it a chance now. And they're like, oh, shit, this shit is actually pretty good. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, like this, especially with like all access, like what Kid was saying. It's like you can start with the base 1S or digital, like $20 up to $30. It's a low entry point, and you get the Xbox Live Gold and unlimited Game Pass games as well. So you get the full package for a low monthly cost. Like people pay $80, $90 for the cell phone bill. So this is not $25. They need to promote him more. They definitely need to promote him on TV and more adverts everywhere. Like talk about the all access.
Because before it was only through Microsoft and through their stores and stuff like that. And I said to myself, I said, people don't go to Microsoft stores. Most people don't have a Microsoft store next to them. Like most people don't buy it online from Microsoft. They buy it from where they buy it from, whether it be Best Buy, Amazon, Target, Walmart. They need to get to the ground floor level of where people buy stuff, GameStop, all that stuff. So once I heard they was on Amazon and Best Buy, I said, okay, they're serious about it now because they're actually trying to, direct it into, the popular marketplaces.
Hey, Sue, hold on for a second. Hey, Smooth, man. Hey, man, you know what you did for us? We broke the record tonight. We're at 130 live viewers. That's a record for us, brother.
Hey, man, congrats. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, Smooth. Yeah. Hey, thank you,
share
brother.
Share it out.
Man. Appreciate it. Because what our previous record was 120. Damn, that shit was down immediately. No, but 123 when we had Dar's Night on. So thank you, Smooth, for bringing some of your fans, some of Planet Xbox fans over here. Appreciate it. Yeah, but since we're talking about these systems and stuff, Jason Arnold. Now he's pretty much Xbox version of Mark Cerny, right? He's the guy that pretty much built the Xbox Series S. Of course, he didn't do it alone, but he's the like the face of the technology, right? Like, do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, he's the head, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the head guy. Well, I don't know if you guys heard what he said about. Well, like he didn't mention the PS5 specifically. But he said we could have used forced clocks or variable clock rates. The reality is that it makes it harder for developers to optimize their games, even though it would have allowed us to boost higher T-flops than we already have. So, he said that we didn't want to do the variable clock rate thing. So he said,
like I said, if they did go for like the variable clocks thing, the Series X would have been like 14 T-flops probably, 13, 14 T-flops.
Yeah.
Variable, but obviously they went for a more stable console. The cooling is really good. Like developers know, like that's a 12 T-flop machine. The CPU is locked at 3.8 or SMT is 3.6. So developers know exactly what they're working with. With the PS5, they got to kind of decide what they want to use, more GPU or CPU. So I personally think he's made a hell of a console. He fucking knows it. He knows for the fact that we made a killer console. That's what Phil keeps saying, that we feel good what we did with our console. And after seeing the show, Sony PlayStation 5, we feel good what we've done with our console.
Yeah, that's the next. Yeah, that's the next topic. But right.
If you're a pony and you're struggling to try to fight it's actually 9.2, but when you gun it at full speed, it's 10, and the other people are doing 12 easy, and then they say we could gun it too, but that's stupid. If that's really what we're fighting at right now, it's just sad, man. It's sad.
Well, R&B, the SSD is going to make it like 13 teraflops, right?
So wait, hold on. So if I have a jalopy with a bigger trunk, it could be a Lamborghini. Is what you're saying?
Yes. Well, according to some extreme. Let me get the super chat. Emmanuel A with the $2. Smooth is the Xbox legend. Get the new legal next. Yeah, Smooth A, man. Like I mentioned, well, like that was in the pre-show. Like I always tell the story, guys, how I found this. Thanks, like Emmanuel, for the $2. I always tell the story how I found this community in like 2013, 2014. And like Next Gen was one of the first guy that I found that was positive about Xbox. And you know, he like brought Crap Game and all those other guys along. But one of the next people I found was Kidsmoove, man. Kidsmoove. I was like, okay, this guy, he's positive by Xbox. Let me follow him. Because there wasn't that many positive Xbox channels at the beginning of this generation. You know, it really wasn't. And it was Smooth, it was BGST, it was a few other guys. So yeah, Smooth has been here for a long time, and he's one of the guys that's still around, and that's an Xbox fan. So yeah, I appreciate Smooth, and I appreciate him coming on here. He's an Xbox OG. Are you like you a young guy? Are you 30 yet, bro?
Say that again.
Are you 30 yet? But like you're a young guy, right?
No, I'm actually I just crossed that 30.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, but yeah, so I've been rocking with you for a while, man. So yeah, I definitely glad that you're on here. But yeah, the new legal is another guy I'm actually going to get on here because I know Emmanuel. He like you're pretty consistent with like recommending him. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get him on here, man. So and also Nuisance and some other people. But yeah, Sean, since you brought it up, let's talk about our boy Philip, man.
Philip Spencer talking that shit.
He's
talking that shit. He's coming out, sticking his chest out.
Yeah. So Phil did an interview with Game Lab, and he had some great things to say. But the only thing I really heard him say, man, he said, like the guy asked him about the PS5 event. What did he think about the PS5 event?
Yeah.
And Phil said, I'm paraphrasing here. Now, this is totally Dirt Griggity paraphrasing. Phil said, yeah, I saw that shit. It was all right. I feel that we're going to have a better show. Now, that's what I heard him say. Right? But he said, after the PS5 reveal, he feels good about the Xbox Series X hardware advantages, and you know they also feel good about what they're going to show. You know, like that's what Phil says when he feels good about something. That means he feels.
He said I seen that shit. It was all right.
It's all right, but it's not real.
Phil comments, bro. What do you about Phil comments? Now, have you ever seen Xbox this confident?
Are you telling me?
Man,
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, every time they like pretty much like even when they freaking talked about when they revealed Project Scorpio and they were talking up the specs like before the Neo was even released, the PlayStation 4 Pro was released. People were concerned, didn't they do that too early? They were confident. They knew that they already had the power advantage, so they can announce it at any time, right? So, and the same thing with the Series X, they put it out there, and then they did all that info done before the PS5 was even like the PS5 information got out there, right? So everything is done with a level of confidence. The thing I liked about this interview, and I went over this over on Planet Xbox last week, was I was like, pay attention to the wording, dude. Like he says every time he said, yeah, he appreciates what Sony did and that they had an awesome show, but he feels good where they're at. They like what they're going to have the show. And he kept referring to the advantages, and he made sure to highlight frame rates.
Oh, yeah. So
100%.
It was like, oh, he's okay. He knows a lot of those games that was at that PlayStation show was running at 30 frames per second. And they know, even though if they could, if they wanted to be like the old Microsoft, they could technically have put a mandate to make games 60 frames or nothing, right? But they're smart. They're more friendlier, more liberal this time around. So they always say leave it up to the developers. But they know they have a device that that can do 60 frames at default. They know it can. So it's like they know even like. Whether it be third party, they're going to have games that they can show off that is hitting 60, 120 frames per second, and they probably already have them right now. Like
100%. Kid You're right. Like Phil's when he's saying he's confident, he wants to show. Like he keeps talking about the frames. He knows in this July event, the games he's gonna have 60 frame games, 120 frame games, and I think they're gonna show you off. They'll probably like talk about it, what frames is hitting, ray tracing, and all that shit. And I think that's why he's full on confident, like with the system and the July event.
Yeah, I completely agree, and that's it's the one thing. The biggest gripe about the PlayStation reveal is that it was not only it was the stream, right? The stream was like I think 1080.
It was bad, yeah.
Yeah, and then they were able to re-upload, like have it on demand at a good quality and whatnot. But then that list came out from Digital Foundry, pretty much somewhat confirming the targets for the games that were shown. And a lot of the games that they did show outside of Capcom's titles were games that are within the first year. And to look at, hey, like Ratchet and Clank going to be like 30 frames, and like a lot of these titles shooting at 30 frames per second, and some of these games are exclusive, like the games that should be taking full advantage of the PlayStation 5. I don't know, it just makes you wonder. And we know Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be like 30 frames on all platforms because that game is allergic to 60 frames per second even on PC. So but with that being said, like I like the energy in the way that he sound. He talked about his game. We talked about his products and whatnot. There was no sign of deflection, and you could tell like there's this level of confidence, but they don't want to talk because obviously they got a surprise for everyone. They got to stick to their NDAs and to their dates and whatnot. And so. But no, it's good to see a confident Xbox. A confident Xbox is an awesome Xbox, and like I said, that when I read that and when I saw that interview, it made me super excited. I got my hype up a little bit. But then I keep reading like these articles keep coming out. I don't know if you guys can keep seeing them, but we're hearing about obviously the August event for Lockhart reveal, and now there's dates. I think Windows Central. Or and The Verge, or not The Verge, but Windows Central and WC Tech is targeting between the 20th and the 24th for the July event, and so
that shit's too far.
Now I know it's like it's too far. It's like now it's a month. I'm like, all right, bro, I don't really.
As long as it comes after this first payday, so I can get my check right.
Shout to Masterlin. I ain't seen him in a minute. He in the chat talking shit about Xbox again, but just like
is he in the chat?
Yeah.
Hey, Mass,
kiss my ass, Mass.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Mass actually likes Xbox.
Yeah,
he does. He
used to be a bot.
Yeah, he used to be a bot.
He is a bot. He is a bot. He's a bot. Trust me.
Hey, Mass, man, we know you're really a bot, really. It's all good, though, bro. It's all good. Thanks for joining us. Oh man. So RB, what you think about Phil comments, man? Do they sound confident to you too, brother?
They do because the last time he said this was when the specs got fully revealed in that show. I think Microsoft went first, then Sony, right?
Yeah.
Sony went first.
Microsoft
went
Microsoft, yeah.
Sony tried to come out. What was it? Next day they tried to come out.
No. Like Xbox first had that little thing on Xbox Wire saying, "Yo, it's 12 teraflops," and then I think by maybe a few weeks later, that's when like Mark Cerny got his ass on there talking about all that bullshit, the cracking and all that stuff.
Then on the IGN, that's what he said. I feel good.
But it's funny because Microsoft, like throughout the whole year, was just showing you what they could do. And I think the pinnacle of that was that Austin Evans guy, who shout out to him because I did not know who he was before Xbox gave him the whole tour. Like, but now subscribe, see him. He does a lot more of this Xbox PC, PS4, stuff like that too. And I don't know how they found out about him, but he's doing gangbusters for him too. And then they showed you the power. They showed what you can do. And every step, they're showing you how they're outdoing Sony power-wise. And then it came down to when Sony finally had to say something. And then everybody saw it, and the same thing was on everybody's lips. All right, how many teraflops? What was it? 9.2, 10 variable clock speeds. And that's what they've been running with ever since. And what does Phil Spencer come out and say after that? I feel really good about what we got. It's more so he's proving what he's saying, and he's saying it also. It's those two things
with a smirk on his face.
Yeah. So everybody's trying to damage control now and saying, I saw someone say, well, Sega said they were confident after Nintendo, what was it, NES, Super NES.
Yeah. First of all,
like, how's that even
Genesis was awesome. Fuck them.
Yeah. So it's like he's continuing to prove and back up his words. Now it's just all about the games. We got to see what they have.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like Smooth said earlier, they have everything. They have the powerful console. They have great services. They have to have the games, and that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Going into the next generation, that's it. They have some momentum. Now, I'll be honest.
That's the funny thing that like Jason Ronald, he's talked about the SSD and the velocity program that what's in the Xbox, and a lot of people are downplaying that. And I feel like there's a lot more to that system that he hasn't told us yet.
Yeah, because the velocity architecture, whatever it is they were saying, they can't talk about because under what you call it?
NDA?
I'm not
NDA or embargo.
Yeah, something.
I feel like there's a lot more to that console that he's telling us, and obviously it'll get revealed, in a month or two.
June would have been a good month for it, but all they released was that all they had for June was that Xbox Wire article about they keep trying to break down smart delivery because I think people are still confused about it.
Yeah, they had actually a lot of Xbox Wires throughout this month. They did a deep dive on smart deliveries, deep dive on optimized for Series X, deep dive on backwards compatibility, I believe. And they did the Dirt 5. They did Call of the Sea. Mm-hmm. They also did the medium and oh my god, I feel like there was another post that just came out.
Are you talking about
a lot of stuff they showed from the first show?
Like the spaceship game you talking about, the Ascent?
That was a sci-fi game. The spaceship game is Corvus, of course. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So it's like June wasn't. They were still giving the announcements, but it was just a series of Xbox blog posts. I don't have any patience, dude. I feel like this year, the lack of E3. So I preferred if E3 was this year, we would have had all this information already.
Yeah,
that's the thing is like we would have known everything we would need to know. We would have just been talking about it still. Like
absolutely.
E3 would have been bananas, man.
Yup. It would have been bananas.
It's like having a meal one bite at a time instead of eating the whole meal like right then and there. It's like, no, I don't want to nibble. I want the whole shit. Pause.
I understand, because of the COVID, we can't have E3, but man, this proves that we need E3, and Sony should come with E3 next year.
Hey, who watched WWDC?
I watched like WWE.
Oh man. Well, if you saw clips of WWDC by Apple, I wish Microsoft did this show like that. Their WWDC was smooth. They normally have it on a big stage. They say, "How are you gonna do this digitally?" They come out of the show, and that show was smooth. It looked professional. Had nice backdrops and settings and transitions. I said, "This was professional." I wish Microsoft would do it like this, but for some reason, I just don't think they're gonna do it as well. But Apple is Apple. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Oh shit!
Real mass in the
listen. I'm Apple. Yeah, Mass over there. He's still throwing insults.
Mass, you lucky I can't see the YouTube channel. I don't know how to whoop your ass, bitch. I love Mass. Mass is a cool guy, man.
You can come on Scram Punk or something one day. You can't come on this show.
Oh yeah, you got.
No, he's allowed. Mass is allowed. I allow Mass on.
Nah, buddy.
No, he's allowed.
On WBG, no, you got to be an Xbox guy. You can't be.
No, he's allowed. He's allowed. Trust me.
No, fuck that.
You got veto power. Devin and Dirk said nah.
Scram Punks, like Mass has been on Scram Punk several times, but WBG, I'm sorry, that's the criteria. You got to be Xbox, man. I'm sorry. Hey, people can bash me, but I'm saying WBG is for Xbox fans, Xbox podcast for Xbox fans.
To celebrate Xbox.
To celebrate Xbox. Now, I mentioned Scram Punks, my other podcast on Wednesdays. You can definitely, ponies can come on there, whatever, but not this one. We got enough ponies in the chat. Actually, like the ponies been kind of dwindling in the chat. Have you guys noticed that?
They ain't got nothing to talk about.
You notice that? Hey, what happened to all the SSD talk? It's like after that show,
I think
Dude,
I think their mind is finally.
You know
wrapping
what
around
happened was when they
what
showed
it
that
is.
showed all those PlayStation 5 games, they saw a texture popping on Gran Turismo 7.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
So,
God damn.
I know. I don't hear anything about 30 frames per second no more with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That shit died down real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like I don't hear much about them SSDs anymore, man. I don't
They
know.
overhyped it. That's what it was.
You know what?
When
What
the
happened
PlayStation,
was they found their minds are finally wrapping around what the SSD does and how it's used. They
yeah.
finally saying, "Oh shit."
But that's the thing. Like in the PlayStation 5 event, like what Kid said, like the GT Sport, GT7. Obviously, you can see the light comes on. Obviously, Mark Cerny was saying the SSD is that fast you won't even see. Like it'll know when you come into towards the tunnel, the light will come on. But obviously, it wasn't working like that. You could see it popping in and the textures and all that.
And the
So
lights turning on and shit.
yeah,
Hey, you know, like I said, exact shit like BGST and people usually be hyping up that cloud, the DX12.
yeah.
Same shit, man. When you don't have the power advantage, you try to, you know, find another way to. Oh well, we don't have the GPU or the CPU advantage, but we definitely have the SSD advantage. Yeah, you do. Enjoy.
I'm telling you, a lot of people they're downplaying the Xbox SSD and the Velocity program.
Over a few seconds. We're not talking 30.
Not even that. Like
we're not even talking 10
about
seconds. We're talking about a couple of seconds.
You got a Lamborghini and a Ferrari. Like one might be fast, but not by much. Like,
and then that's it.
You know how fast your spinning hard drive is right now? It's like 50 to 100 megabytes. We're talking about multiple, like thousands of megabytes. Like
they said, and that's it for the SSD counter. Like you have that small of an advantage on the SSD, but as far as CPU and GPU go, it's a 30% margin.
Yeah,
30%. That's not a small number.
No, well, the one thing I loved about this Xbox Y article that came out in June, like the Dirt 5 developer, like the way he was talking about, like how easy was it to hit like 120 frames, that how often he was getting there without like putting in a lot of work, and he was talking about the SMT, the 3.6 multi-threading, and he loves it, and I'm happy, like. Because we know we're going to be buying these consoles, you know, this $500-600 box, and I'm glad that developers are going to take full advantage of it if they're going for the frames or they're going for the graphics.
Right. Hey, let me say something like before we move on. My boy Emmanuel A said something on one of my videos. Like he left a comment. He said, "Would you?" And I put it on Twitter. Would you prefer to be Flash or Superman? So what he was saying, Flash is definitely fast as shit, right? But Superman is fast and powerful. So that was the best analogy from Emmanuel A. And I ran with that on Twitter. So I said, yeah, that's a great analogy because the Xbox Series X is fast and powerful.
You remember Justice League? You remember Justice League when Flash was going by? The Superman like looked at him like, I see you. I see you.
I see you, Flash. Yeah.
And then what you call it in the chat? BZ McNasty. He said, "My car is slower, but it starts up faster."
Damn.
You know what's the funny thing? Everybody knows about the medium, right?
Yeah.
You see the recent update where they're saying there'll be no load screens in the entire game at all?
I'm just going to talk about that.
Yeah. Right, that's right. So if there's no load screens, I mean, yeah, man, that's
like they're saying there's no gunplay in that game. It's more like interactive, like
supernatural something.
Yeah, supernatural, like kind of maybe figuring out the puzzles the way it is.
Is this a melee? Because listen, I can't deal with like
It's not.
Name of that game with the picture with the camera. What was the name of that shit?
Oh, Fatal Frame.
No, not that one. Another one. Outlast. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that shit.
Oh, running around with a camera? No, I don't think so. This is. They said it themselves. This is more akin to Silent Hill, and you do have guns in Silent Hill, but not a lot. Usually,
but at least it's like some melee in there. So yeah.
But this one doesn't have no guns at all, I believe.
Yeah.
Big money in chat.
So one thing I hope that goes into this launch is you didn't see it. last gen you saw it kind of die off. I hope it dies completely. Is the trash ass launch games. I hope those are behind us. So
I
when
doubt it.
Nah,
So?
it'll be here.
They'll be there.
so when the medium says this game's been working on for 2 years and it's gonna be a launch title, I hope it's not. I hope it's their best effort. I hope it's not something they just put in the tuck. Is what I'm saying.
We'll see, because that happens every generation. There's always some underwhelming launch titles, but hopefully,
Bare bones.
It could change.
Yeah, it could change. I mean, there's some decent games. I thought, Rise was decent, even though the Metacritic was bad. I thought Dead Rising 3 was decent. I'm thinking of the PlayStation.
Madden was trash.
Man, oh my.
But like Dirt is nice now when you get these developers taking advantage of the hardware. It's good because you're getting the value out of your $500 box or $600 box, wherever it's going to be. It's nice that developers are taking full advantage of it, however they want.
Right. So, all right, fellas, let's go ahead and move on. We're almost there. The last 30 minutes of the show. So, did you guys see that? Oh, well, let me see this first. Tip Diamond, Tip Diamond. What's up, Tip? With the $2 WBG on the rise. What's good, panel?
I love that controller. Look at his controller.
Been the same picture for a long time.
Yeah, it's been. You be drinking, Sean?
No, I'm actually, because I'm not watching YouTube now. I'm not chatting on it. I can see it properly now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, Sean, for the audience that may not know, tell them why you're watching it, where you're watching it.
Well, a couple of days ago, there was the weather was bad. There was a thunderstorm, and it must have hit real close. It must have hit a box or something. So my TV fucked up. My OLED TV fucked up. My Xbox Cyberpunk Edition has fucked up as well.
Jesus!
And my internet is down as well.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, so
tried the whole fucking system, man. God damn.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Hey.
Pretty as hell.
See if they got the warranty for the Xbox. At least tell them it was brand new. And then
I'm sending it back. I boxed you, but I message them and they go send it back to us and we'll look into it.
Yeah, but at least take the shell off and put that bitch on a regular one.
Well, it'd be good if you give me another one because I got the game in it, so I could give that game to my brother or so on. If they do, give me another Cyberpunk if there's any available. But my TV is being picked up anyway. Then tomorrow I'll be dropping the Xbox. Well, I'll be posting the Xbox off, and it's just a waiting game. Plus, no internet. It's crazy how much you miss these things.
It's still down.
Internet's still down.
Is it for everybody or just for your house?
It was next door neighbor as well. I don't know about the other two, but the next door neighbor as well. They router, they modem messed up. The router, yeah.
Oh, you said it right. You about to say router?
I said router because it's more American. That's what it is. The router, their router blew up.
The PS5.
Yeah, it actually blew up them lots.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Sorry to hear that, Sean. Yeah, but like you'll be back on your feet soon, brother.
Yeah.
So did you guys? I know you guys saw it because this happened. I believe it happened last Wednesday before Scram Punks, but Halo just dropped a teaser out of nowhere, and it did pretty well on social media. Now I'm not the guy to talk about social media numbers, but it did pretty well on social media. It's for something that's dead, as people like to say. But fellas, I don't know if you guys are really into Halo like that, but what do you think? Is like Smooth back yet?
Yep, I'm back.
Oh, you back? Yeah. Hey, Smooth, makes you think about that little Halo teaser. Are you a big Halo guy, or are you?
I am a big Halo person in terms of like playing multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like super like familiar with the lore. I mean, I think I've beaten all of them, but like the first one. Mm-hmm. I haven't really beaten any of the I didn't beat Halo Wars. I beat Halo Wars 2, but I wasn't paying attention. I need to play it again. But in terms of like Halo, I'm always hyped for Halo. Like Halo 5 is one of my favorite Halos of all times in terms of multiplayer. Halo 4, highly underrated, one of the best campaigns I've ever experienced in the
I said that to
universe.
I said to Chris Steele. He said it was the worst. I said, what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
these guys, what they do is these are Metacritic gamers we're dealing with. So they'll look at a Metacritic score and they'll be like, "Oh, this is the worst," or they just go based off what people say, just because it aligns with their opinion. But a lot of people, they sit there, like, I got respect for Bungie and whatnot, and of course the original Halos were great. Halo 3 is probably my most played Halo ever. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even know how I got through college playing that game. Like, but in terms of it, to be real, I mean, 343 has made the best performing Halo games ever. Like, graphically, their games were just better. Their frame rate, they had better frame rates. They did a good job. Sure, they didn't capture, I guess, those moments like Bungie did, that, you know, that classic theme, the patience that you have to have. But I felt like in terms of core gameplay, 343 nailed it, and that's why both Halo 4 and Halo 5 have a special place for me. Like, there's no better. Halo 5 has the best multiplayer like ever. It's the most balanced Halo you'll ever play. It's the only way you could possibly modernize Halo, you know what I mean, without breaking it.
Now, kid, imagine the new engine they built for it.
Yeah. I feel like all the new engine is going to do is going to bring it to another visual fidelity, but it's going to allow the game to be more open and keep that same like performance. So they're going to be able to do some things that we haven't seen with Halo before. Mm-hmm. But the announcement, I'm just happy to see, because I was getting worried, right? The last time we saw Halo was last E3, and it was like, but I was like, yo, at some point, if it's still coming out this year, they need some sort of marketing. And the fact that they're coming out, they did the audio log that got 2 million views and whatnot. It trended on Twitter, was like number one trending on Twitter. And then the Halo Twitter account just posted their YouTube channel telling people to subscribe for. So that means they're going to be dropping some VODs, some vlogs and some deep dives fairly soon. I'm thinking it's going to be after the July event, because they have to start promoting the game. The toys are about to go on sale. The little action figures that they had to hide because it would have revealed characters. But I'm happy to see it, because the excitement. People forget when Halo 5 came out, regardless of what people think about it. Remember, that game grossed 490 million in sales in terms of like revenue. It made 490 million, I think, within like the first week. It was crazy. So Halo is always going to be one of my favorite games. I'm looking forward to Halo Infinite. It's my most anticipated game this year. That and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And but I'm happy to see the talk, the marketing, and to come out. And now all we gotta do is see some like gameplay. And I think they're gonna take it a different direction. Like, my thoughts on, like, obviously I feel like that guy that was in the last trailer is gonna be like that Master Chief's companion, since he doesn't have Cortana. Right. Give it some sort of like human element. And I think we're in for a treat, honestly.
And let me get the super chat for we continue. Nuisance with the 199. Everybody hit that like button, y'all. Halo the GOAT. Thank you, Nuisance. I appreciate you, man. Halo, yeah, man. I think it showed that Halo is definitely still relevant. Because like you said, Smooth, it was trending #1 for a while. And people, it's interesting, Halo, man. It's been five years. People say Forza Kids and Halo, blah blah blah, but it's been 5 freaking years since they dropped the Halo game. I know they dropped Master Chief Collection, but that's a collection, obviously. So yeah, it's been 5 years, man, and I think it's gonna do well for them. I really do. Yeah, but what do you guys like? Like the rest of you guys think about the Halo teaser?
No more prophets, no more lies.
And that's not pretty good, man.
That shit is dope as fuck.
Yeah, that shit was kind of dope. He was like, and the burners, I can't do that shit. That's just kind of hey, but man,
it's definitely playing off the and it's not Atriox, because he said we are his like they said we are his legacy or something.
I pointed that out. Yeah,
either it's in the future and he's dead, or he's missing.
He better not be dead, because he
won't be dead. He won't be dead.
It's like 3 years after Halo Wars 2, and he's like missing, or like
Nah, he'll be like the main body in the like how Thanos was.
As far as the story in Halo Wars.
Yeah, he went like missing or whatever.
In Halo Wars, like Yeah, they kind of like took a chunk of the Halo ring and like set it, or no, it wasn't the Halo ring. It was wherever they were. They took a chunk of that ground piece and lifted it up and like sent it in outer space. That's what I think happened. Like, so he's still alive, definitely from Halo Wars 2.
A lot of talks like with this message where they dropped like this. A lot of people are hyped for it. I've noticed like on other shows, like people are really hyped for the show. So Halo's got a lot of love, and plus with what we heard as well, like Halo's going to be doing something like what God of War or something did, like that one-shot camera mode. Like it always stays at that one shot. It doesn't pull away or something.
Oh, what you think it's gonna be third person? No way.
I don't know. No, I'm saying the camera, like it'll always be like you won't see load times and stuff like that. It'll be one shot all the way.
They can transfer in the third person for like a cutscene.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. They always do that. Yeah, of course.
They're gonna try something different. I think they're going full out with Halo because you send them when they're doing in the YouTube channels like how they're testing for sounds, different type of sounds, like with trucks, cars, guns. Everything. They've gone literally full out in this game, and you can see where the budget's gone on this game. So this game, it's going to be massive. Like, I'm not a big fan of first-person games, but this game, even I got a bit of hype behind it because a lot of people are excited, and how much work have they put into this game? It's going to be crazy.
Hey, my boy Marcus came here and said, check out the WBG Patreon. Thanks, Marcus. I'll be forgetting to promote shit, man. Please don't mind me. So check out the WBG Patreon, y'all. Please,
please for dirt,
exclusive.
You know what I mean? Dirt's got a picture on there, but you might not see his face.
Ain't that some shit, sir? All right, y'all. We got a couple more topics before we get out of here because I keep it 2 hours. I keep it 2 hours. So I don't know if you guys heard what Sean Layden said last week. I know we talked about this on Scram Punks. Hey, Emmanuel, yeah, I just saw that. I'm gonna watch that video as soon as we're done with this. So Sean Layden said, instead of spending 5 years making an 80-hour game, what does 3 years in a 15-hour game look like? So he's one of the guys saying these big old AAA 30, 40-hour games, he said they, maybe they're too expensive. They, like maybe some teams need to rethink, some companies need to rethink this strategy, the spiraling costs of these AAA game development. So what do you guys think about that? I said, I kind of agree with some things that he said. I think Gears 5 is like the perfect length of a non-RPG game.
Yeah.
Non-RPG game. Let me stress that. And of course, that game has multiplayer. But you look at games like The Last of Us, Days Gone was way too long. for a game like that, our game was way too long for me.
You take Death Stranding.
I didn't finish that bullshit, but so yeah, like, what do you guys think about that? Do you think he's actually kind of
throwing shots at Kojima?
I mean, how long was The Outer Worlds?
That game was kind of short, actually.
For an RPG game. Yeah, it was actually not that long.
Yeah. For RPG game.
You got to think about it. Sean Layden probably he was behind like the money that was spent on games like Days Gone and Death Stranding, and he probably having regrets. And that who knows, that could have been led to him leaving Sony because of those expensive projects. And some of those games didn't even do what they were supposed to do in sales. Exactly. Especially Death Stranding, which was a surprise. Yeah. But I do agree with him. I like me. I'm give me a game like Tomb Raider. Give me 12, 15 hours third person action adventure game. I'm good. I don't care playing a game for 50 hours. I don't mind. Here's the thing. I don't mind putting 80 hours into a game, but it can't be required. If I naturally, like, for example, multiplayer games and like these open-ended games that you can play that you don't have to put in this many hours to beat the game or complete it. You just do it because you like it. Fine. Like, but I don't want to take like a game like Days Gone or Death Stranding or Persona. I don't want to have to play the game like 60 plus hours to finish it. Like that, there's a turn off. Once I hear the game's that long, I don't want to play it. Like, I don't know how I do Assassin's Creed. I do Assassin's Creed, but that's my limit. I can only do one of those games like once a year.
Yeah. But see, like I put like 150 hours in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Sean, because you say you saw it. All right.
Yeah, me and you put like similar hours into it. Yeah.
You expect RPGs to be those long, like The Witcher 3. I finished The Witcher 3. I expect The Witcher 3 to be a long game. Days Gone. Listen, I actually like Days Gone, but
there's no need for
that
it.
game was too damn long. That game was about 50, 60 hours. No way in hell should a game like that, a non-RPG game, a game about zombies and shit, and you riding a dusty ass bike, be that long. I finished it, but it was a chore. Now, as much as The Last of Us 2 is a big game, I thought some parts of that game dragged. I didn't feel that way with part 1. But for some reason, part 2, some parts dragged to me.
I felt like obviously, I think Kids finished it. I'm pretty sure he's finished it as well. And it was more to do with a couple of the pacing with the story. That's all it was. I felt like, look, we did that shit in like 22 hours, 23 hours. I felt like the pacing had a bit hit with Abby's story a bit, but
right, it was a pacing.
Like I'll give you a perfect example of like a game that's like 10, maybe 15 hours max. The one we played like recently, it was A Plague's Tale.
Right.
You know, it wasn't too long, but fantastic story, and the game, it didn't feel too long. It just felt like that 15. I think it was like 15 hours. Just perfect. It was.
Right, I agree with that. Yeah, that was a perfect length. But like I mentioned already, I think Gears 5 is a perfect length for a game like that. You know, with multiplayer. You know, so we'll see what happens. I don't think
it should take. It should take like 3 to 5 days to beat a game. So like depending on how many hours you have to play games, you know, some people play 5-10 hours a day. Some people play 2-3 hours a day. I feel like I should be able to beat any game in a week. Or if not, I tend not to go back to them for some reason.
It depends though. Like some games have better pacing and they're more exciting. Like with Gears, I think I put like 22 hours into Gears, I think. But it felt really good. Like the pacing was solid all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like other games, I can put like I think Forza Horizon 4, I have almost 200 hours in. So it's not like I don't want to play a game that long. It's just that I want to play a game because I like it, rather than me feeling like it's a chore to beat it.
Right.
Yeah. So I agree with what he said, and like you said, Smooth, he obviously knows something about that because he was the head guy over there at the PlayStation. So he knows how much these games cost. He know how much Death Stranding cost, and that shit flopped. You know, he knows these things. And man, I bet you The Last of Us 2 cost about $200 million, man. I wouldn't be surprised, you know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, they build these games and it takes 5 years. Well, that's actually what like there's something else that he said, like a game taking 5 years to be developed. That's 5 years worth of budget being used, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to 3 years, which is 2 less years. You know?
Yeah, the thing is that like games have been the same price like forever, as far as I remember, and game development and time costs money, you know, and they're getting more expensive, and they're keeping the like $60, $70 price tag the same over these years. So this is why he's talking about shorten the dev time, make 15-20 hours experience instead of making 35 to 65 experience. So I understand where he's coming from, because as a business model, it doesn't always work out, because it costs a lot of money when you delay a game, when it takes 5 years making the game. Look at Cyberpunk, like 6-7 years in the making.
Yeah, that should be $100+ hours. You can already tell.
That's just gonna be 1,000 hours. I bet you.
Yeah, it is.
You know what's crazy? If you pay attention, of the studios Xbox has been buying, they've been looking at people who can turn around games in a shorter amount of time and doesn't cost like that much to do. Sure, they can increase budgets, but they bought talented studios that did so much with little budget, and now they have their backing. Imagine what they can do if they can still just increase their budget, but keep them on that time where they can turn out games every 2 to 3 years.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I agree, man. Because that's true. Because you also want constant content for Game Pass, and you're right, man. And every game is not going to be the Last of Us type. You know what I'm saying? Every game is not going to be that big, multi-million AAA. Now it's cool to have some, you know, like maybe once every year or something like that. But every game is not going to be like that, because those games are super expensive. So, yep, man. So So we all pretty much agree on that, man. So one last thing I want to talk about before we get out of here. The chat is on fire today. Some ponies in here. Hey, thanks for joining us, y'all. Thanks for joining us. I saw some guy say Xbox actually play games. Yeah, we do play games. Yeah,
we play your games as well. I'm beating before you guys as well.
We play Xbox games, PC games, and PlayStation games, but not Nintendo. They fucking weirdos.
I don't fuck with Nintendo, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, have some love for Nintendo. Come on.
Yo, I bet all of us have beaten
Devin does. Hey, let Devin live.
You need to respect Zelda games, bro. I don't care what you
Oh
say.
no, fuck the Zelda games. No, fuck Nintendo.
I sold my shit for $400.
Nah, I don't fuck with it. That's just me. Hey, you like Nintendo? That's cool. That's just me.
That's suspect, yeah.
Yo,
I like certain games.
Yo, I guarantee you, all of us beat Last of Us 2 before a lot of these ponies in the chat.
Man, I know for a fact me and Sean was one of the first people that beat the damn game.
I beat like 4 days after it came out.
It on Sunday. It came out Friday.
Yeah.
And you, Sean, like you beat it on Sunday also, or was it Saturday?
Mine was Sunday morning, then you beat it like in the evening, like maybe your time. I don't know.
I set my ass here and finished it because I wanted to finish it. I wanted to give a real review, and I finished the game. Let me get the super chat right quick. Victor Alistine with the $5 after the Last of Us 2 controversy and 80%. Oh yeah, I meant to thank you for bringing that up, Vic. 80% second week drop. It's an echo, y'all. I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah, somebody's phone. Probably.
80% second week drop and the general cleanup in the industry. Do you think 343 will be axed if Halo Infinite disappoint?
Probably.
I don't know if they'll be axed, but they will probably have to move on to another IP.
Yeah, something else.
It depends, like with Halo, because of the multiplayer and what they're expecting this to be the biggest game launching in Game Pass ever.
Absolutely.
So they'll be happy with the engagements with multiplayer and microtransaction and all that shit. So I reckon, I personally think Halo will still sell well, but you're gonna see big people, like a lot of people playing Halo in Game Pass, including myself.
That it always pisses me off when people say, "Oh, it didn't sell." I'm like, most people are playing it on Game Pass.
Hey, Dirt, did you find an article where the guy said, "I'm sorry"?
They buy the service.
Hey, Dirt.
Crazy. The crazy thing is, Halo has a chance to have an impeccable launch. Like when you consider it's launching on Steam, Game Pass, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and obviously Windows, all like day one, day and date. That's a whole lot of access. Obviously, PC's going to turn out, players going to turn out for this. Is probably going to be in the top 2 of Steam sales that week. You know what I mean? And then you get, obviously Game Pass users, Xbox Series X users. I feel like they're going to have a crazy player base. It'll be interesting to see if it like appears on the NPD because of you consider things like Game Pass. But I think they're, regardless of user base or sales, they're going to have like a whole lot of people playing that game this fall.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you wholeheartedly, man. But yeah, like Victor said, I did see an article that said that The Last of Us, let me see. The Last of Us 2 dropped 80%. It's still number 1 in the UK, but it dropped 80%. Now, I'm not going to really talk about the games flopping. No, I'm not saying that. But do you guys think that all of the backlash that is getting for the story, some things that happen in the story, do you think that's part of the reason why people are still kind of upset about this game? Because I watched some YouTubers, some PlayStation YouTubers, like the Gamer 2320. I actually like his content. He was a Last of Us guy, and he was kind of frustrated with the story. I was a Last of Us guy. I absolutely love it.
Just to give you a heads up, some breaking news 1 minute ago, the head of Xbox Live is stepping down. He's going to be going to another company.
Oh, for real?
Who?
Dan McCullough, he's the head of Xbox Live.
I wonder who's going to take his spot.
He's probably going to go to Blizzard like all the other Xbox people do.
But you know what's going to happen? Oh, shit. Xbox, like Mixer closed down. They're closing one of the stores. Now the head of Xbox is leaving. Xbox is dead. Oh, my God.
Like I said, when you lead up to like a new generation, it tends to happen. Like a lot of changes happens. So we'll see. Like I said, it's like 80% drop off there. Like in the UK, like PlayStation is more dominant in the UK, and 80%.
Yeah, it's 80%. So, of course, like UK, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but that's a big drop for a game that big. But like I said, I'm not going to run with it like it's over. I'm not going to run with that. But like I mentioned, man, there's a lot of guys that was pissed off. I saw this YouTube video where it was like people reactions to the Last of Us 2 story, and a lot of people's upset. Like I mentioned, I was upset about some things. And I was a big fan of the first Last of Us. The game is a solid game. Don't get me wrong, but they made some decisions that will really piss people off. It pissed me off. So for like the game of 23, Jeremy, what is his name? Jeremy, right? He was like, "Hey man," he kept it real, and I appreciate that. Like I appreciate fans that doesn't think everything like Xbox do is right or everything Sony does is right. Let's be honest sometimes. But that's always not the case. Yeah, so anyway, y'all got anything else about this topic before we do this last quick topic so we can get out of here?
Hey, that video on Twitter with the dude that he put the disc like it was like Joel, and then he had Druckmann.
Bro, that video.
That's just funny.
Sounds fun. So the last quick topic I want to do before we leave. This is a new segment I plan on doing on WBG. WTF? Did he say? Like WTF? Did he say? Like what the fuck did he just say? So let me share my screen.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Hear you?
Yeah, cool.
So Bug Snacks director compares game to BioShock. Now, I don't even waste my damn time reading this article. I'm not sure
what. You see my Abby?
Huh?
You see my Abby?
His Abby is the character.
That's my Abby.
Oh yeah. So listen, brother. Like I said, I didn't even waste my time reading this damn article with a curly fry and some strawberries on his arms and shit. But what? I mean, listen, somebody might call me and say, Dirt, you didn't read the article. You damn right I didn't. I just read the title. Bud Snacks directed the game to BioShock. What? So, I'll tell you for WBG. Once a week, we will have a story that make you say, "What?"
Yeah,
I bet you like trolling. I think they trolling at this point.
Yeah, they must be. I think they need to pay Kidsmoove to complete that game. He needs to do a live stream on it.
I am not touching that game.
Yeah, they'll pay you. They'll pay you money, Smooth.
Hey, Smooth, be prepared, bro. They might offer you some money to play that shit.
Snacks. I'd rather go with. I'd probably attempt Sackboy.
Yeah, hey man, that game.
Oh yeah, Sackboy looks okay. Looks alright.
Bad, but that Bug Snack shit. Nah,
no, we're done with that.
So anyway, y'all, it is around that time. It's past Tsunami bedtime, so we're about to get out of here. But first and foremost, I want to thank Kidsmoove again for coming on the show. He's a longtime Xbox guy. He never flip-flopped. Even when he was critical of Xbox, he still remained the Xbox guy, like myself and some other guys on the panel. You know, Xbox hasn't been it has been all pieces and creams this generation, but we're Xbox guys and they're headed in the right direction. Smooth. Thank you for joining us, brother. Tell everybody. I know everybody know about the channel and playing the Xbox, but tell them again, bro.
All right, Dirt, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. Big shout out to this podcast, We Bleed Green. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Kidsmoove. You can find me on Twitter at Kidsmoove. I do play Xbox every Wednesdays. I'm on Weapon Wheel Podcast every Sunday. And I've been streaming games a lot. And hopefully I got some more content coming talking about Xbox Series X, Lockhart, and the good things that are coming down the pipeline with the Xbox brand. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. I appreciate the whole panel for having me, and I will probably talking to you guys soon.
Thank you, Smooth, man. I appreciate you. You are the most entertaining streamer I've ever seen. I've never seen that. I never seen a person beat the shit out of a controller. That was
funny. That was a classic.
That was classic shit right there, bro. Classic shit.
Yeah, man. Kids crazy like.
Sean, so what you got going on, bro?
Fuck all. I said it's gonna send this Xbox Cyberpunk edition off and hopefully get a new one. Hopefully.
Yeah, you got XCloud.
I got XCloud, yeah, but it's not. The 4G's a bit shit over here, so.
Right, and his Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi's down, so we'll see.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You about to play Candy Crush.
Yeah, you gotta play Candy Crush and shit. And
something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's a great show today. I'm glad Kidsmoove came on as well. You know, he's one of the OGs Xbox, and the chat was well. I couldn't see the chat, but 130 people plus came. You know, respect to the chat as well.
We got it to 145, man.
Oh, nice. And Kid, definitely, like, one of these days we need to come onto your dog shit podcast as well, and we talk some shit.
Yeah, man. I was on there 2 weeks ago, but on Wednesdays, I had Scram Punks also, so I was only on there for like 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, but we definitely got to come on there, Smooth, man. I appreciate you. Tsunami, hey, man, what you got going on, man?
Nothing much. Probably hop on some of these new obscure little Game Pass games I saw pop up this past week. You know, I always end up liking a couple of these things I never heard of, so probably just do that real quick. And, besides that, I think. Oh, not this month. I ain't really been going that hard. No, it pissed me off last month. He did dirty shit where he went and bought this dumbass game to get fucking 1,000 in 5 minutes just so he could beat me. So fuck that. I'm not chasing no more because he always got a little game in his back pocket. He gonna spend money on.
That's funny. That's funny shit. It's funny.
Dog shit ass game.
R&B, brother. Hey, bro, you got a date tonight, huh?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Look
at him, sexy. Look at this sexy motherfucker.
Hey, look at him. Oh, look at
so
the beard.
clean and all that.
Damn. I didn't know we was live streaming the Rockets game.
Look at that ray tracing.
So you your date now, brother?
No, man. I told this girl at 1 in the afternoon, let me know which one so I go pick it up. She's still answering, so she getting chicken tenders. That's the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, not chicken tenders. You called it 7 years old.
That nigga been going out beer for 10 years. Shit. All right.
Yeah,
bro, what you guys going on?
Hey, you finally got a cut? Pay $80 for it?
Yep. It'd be like that, man.
It's crazy. Look at his beard. It goes all the way to the side as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna
crazy shit, man. Motherfucker. Looks like my pubes.
Everybody called him Kimbo Slice.
Rest in peace, Kimbo Slice.
Wait. I have to mention, me and my fellow broadband bully Xbox, we all became Xbox ambassadors, so look out for us.
I need to become an ambassador as well. How do you do it?
Hey, yo. So what happened was I saw Devin on Devin page. He had this fly ass icon, and the icon looked like Optimizer Series X. So I'm like, yo, Devin, what is this symbol? He was like, I don't know. He was drunk as fuck. He's like, I don't know, bro. I guess I'm specialer than you. I said, nah, fuck that. I went and looked it up. And it was Xbox ambassador badge. I said, wait a minute. Yeah, I said, wait a minute. But his badge looked newer, like the optimized joint. So I was like, let me see what this is about. So I went and did a little program. I signed up. I dropped it in the Triple B Discord. Next thing you know, they trying to clown me. Next thing you know, I see post up. He's posted his screenshot. The next thing you know, I saw everybody posting their screenshot. I see, look at all y'all bots, ambassador bots. That's what we gonna call it. The ambassador.
Yeah,
it's a good
ambassador bots.
So we gotta represent Xbox. We gotta represent Xbox.
I took a look into that shit, but you gotta fill all the applications like a while back when I seen it.
No, you don't. No. All you have to do is go to ambassador.microsoft.com or some shit like that. And then they say, read the pledge, sign it, watch the video, agree, and that's it. And as long as you ain't been,
they must have changed it then. Because before they were asking all the information.
All right.
As long as you haven't been a toxic person or some shit, then you should be
Nah,
able to
trust
get
me, like it was different before Sue. Trust me, you had to. I looked into it a while ago.
It was like this long ass fucking
Long
thing
ass
that
thing,
I had
yeah.
to do. Yeah, I did it a
Yeah, I
while ago.
remember that. I left there. I go, fuck that.
It's 20 seconds to 2 hours. It's 10 seconds to 2 hours.
Oh, hey, listen. I don't know what kind of podcast you doing.
Jesus!
This is...
Let's cut the show. Good show, guys.
Devin, did I?
No, man, I'm gonna be doing the same thing I do every week, Dirt, man. I'm gonna be looking on Twitter. I'm gonna be putting out videos every now and again, every couple of days.
Watching babysitter,
playing some games, you know,
and watching babysitter porn. That's what you do.
Oh man, what?
Babysitter porn. You never watch porn with a girl, like, but she really, she be 8 dollars. I forget it.
I don't know what kind of thoughts be popping up in your head, Dirt.
Oh, yeah, let me see. Babysitter porn.
Nah, Dirt. I'm just talking about Dirt. What?
No.
Dirt. I ain't never heard that before. I have to look into this now.
All right, yo, we out. We out of here, y'all.
Shout out to Corey Coy. Shout out to Coy. He was here last week.
Coy.
Yeah, he in the chat.
Velvet.
Moderating chat.
Emmanuel A. Everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Big B Money.
Is that Big Money or is that Big Money?
No, he said Xbox is the Kings. That definitely ain't Big Money. Big Money PlayStation guy. BZ McNair.
No, that ain't Big Money.
Anthony Chipmunk, thank you, bro. I mean, you show up every week. We appreciate you. Iron Mike. Yeah. So everybody that showed up, man, like the Massonin, talking shit. We broke a record tonight. We got 145 live viewers. I know that ain't live for Smooth and Zaire and Dilla had 3,000 like last week. But hey,
no, I think his record is like 4,000 or some crazy shit. Like
that. No, it was 3,000 because they said I was listening to last week's show and he said they had it was 2 weeks ago. They had 3,000 live viewers. That's pretty impressive, man. I don't know, but we're gonna strive to it, y'all. We're gonna strive to it. But yeah, 145 tonight. That was great because I remember doing Scram Pulse. We had 8 people in that bit. So I remember, man, me, Mom, his boy and Neff. We had 8 people in that bitch. That was like before Snow Bunny joined too. Crusher game and thank y'all. Y'all, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Shit.